Hey, welcome back to the channel. My name's John. Today is day 2 of my 60-day Fasted-Thenics challenge. I'm going to start with the numbers. I did drop quite a bit of weight, 209.8 pounds on the scale today. Blood pressure, 138/87. Blood sugar was 144 milligrams per deciliter and 0.2 millimolars per liter on ketones. I did experience some hunger pains last night before going to bed, but I just went off to sleep and it didn't really bother me. I didn't feel any of that this morning. It's actually been pretty easy so far. I did start doing the body weight exercises. I've done 2 sessions today and I feel so good that I'm going to go ahead and do the other 2. But let's talk about the protein solutions that I'm going to be intaking. So one, I'm allowing coffee. So I'll be doing probably 2 cups of coffee in the morning, another 2 towards midday, and if I feel like it, I might consume some tea in the evenings, but no sweeteners, nothing added to it except for the coffee. I use a 2-cup mug, so in each one of those, I'll put a 1/4 cup of the almond coconut milk. And I only mention that because I am including it in the total of the macros per day. So outside of that, the protein solutions are basically bone broth and a protein shake. The bone broth, both of those are an organic version, and they're both fairly high in protein for a solution. I believe it's 7 grams of protein per cup. So I've got a beef flavored one and a chicken flavored one, and I'm mixing those at a 50-50 ratio just to make the macros easy for me. And I'll consume 1 cup of that mixture after each one of the workout sessions. I'll also consume 1 cup of the protein shake after each workout session. So the protein shake is a no carb version. I'm going to use 2 cups, which is the daily recommended value of that, into 2 cups of an almond coconut milk, which is an unsweetened variety, and then 2 raw eggs in that as well. So I blend that up in the Vitamix and then put that in the fridge, and 1 cup of each solution after each workout. So 4 cups of each throughout the day. The macros, the total calories, 582. Fat, 19 grams, cholesterol, 390 milligrams, and then the electrolytes, sodium, 3,446 milligrams, potassium, 1,973 milligrams, and magnesium, 533 milligrams. Protein is at 93 grams, and carbohydrates at 9. So as you can see, that's a pretty good restriction on my normal diet. I'm probably somewhere between 2,000 and 2,500 is where I shoot for my daily caloric intake. But during this, the main goal of this is 1, to supply me with electrolytes, and 2, supply me with protein so that I can maintain my muscle mass. And probably another reason would be with the egg, I am wanting to intake some cholesterol to make sure testosterone levels don't drop during this as well. So anyway, that pretty much covers it for the day. I'm still feeling really good, and I'm sure as we go through the days, you're going to hear me talk about I feel really good, but it's going to be a challenge to get creative as far as talking about what I'm going through and how I feel, other than I don't feel bad. And today I don't feel anything negative. I feel like I've got quite a bit of energy, and I've already gotten quite a bit done today. The biggest challenge, I think, for this next couple of months is going to be actually keeping the schedule, because doing any of those smaller parts is fairly easy. The video part, I don't have hardly any experience with editing video, so that's going to be a learning curve. And if anybody thinks of things that you might like to see, I'm keeping a lot of data during this. I've got a scale that does body composition, although I kind of question how accurate that is. I've got a blood pressure cuff. Obviously, I've been calling off those numbers, and I use a precision extra monitor, which I prick my finger and I test my blood for blood sugar and ketones every day. A couple more days and we should see the ketones shoot off like a rocket, and the blood sugar is going to drop down to in the 70 to 80 range and kind of level off after a while. But I also take weekly, I take body caliper measurements in a few spots, and I take tape and I measure certain body parts, and I keep that on a graph on a weekly basis. And I take a daily picture in the morning, shirt off, so that you can kind of see, the progression. I am doing that every day, so it'll be interesting to see if I can figure out a way to like do one of those time-lapse kind of things. If not, then I'll do a side-by-side comparison towards the end. But anyway, I if you've got any suggestions, please shoot them my way. This is a new channel. I don't know that anybody's seen any of the first videos yet, but if I keep getting consistent, I'm hoping that I can get some people looking at this, and hopefully we can get a little bit of a dialogue going, because obviously there are a ton of people out there, a lot more than say 10 years ago, interested in this kind of direction. Nutrition, fasting, intermittent fasting, keto, paleo, all of these diets, which are basically eliminating carbs in whatever way, and that is benefiting a whole heck of a lot of us. So there's a lot more to talk about. There's a lot of leading scientists and doctors out there talking a lot about what they're interested in, and I find it interesting. And until those guys can get through testing and just years of data so that we can see what the facts are, there's quite a number of us that are doing these kinds of challenges to ourselves to kind of see what works for us. So anyway, thanks for watching. Please give me a like, and spread it around if you know somebody that's into this kind of thing. Share the video. Maybe at the beginning it might be a little bit boring, but hopefully I can find a way to kind of figure out how to make these videos more interesting. So thanks again, and we'll see you in the next one.